Alright, we're gonna try that. Now we're at 2.2 seconds. We'll see how that works. Let me know if it sounds really off as I read some dialogue coming up. Anyway, let's get started with the trial now. The one that I think I already know the answer to, but yet everyone seems consumed that Hiro did it, regardless of any evidence otherwise. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we were all there...
Monokuma appears!
Oh good, double Monokuma. He's multiplied?
Wrong.
Not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I've multiplied. Can you guys tell? Which one is the real Monokuma? Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough
You're
crowd.
not playing along. Along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey!
Then, if everyone is here and ready to go, please board the pain train elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Oh, hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, Hiro. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already, I didn't do it, for serious. That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume, or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit. I really feel like half of these people, at least Celeste anyway, already knows it isn't him, but is just like egging him on because she likes that, because she's a jerk. And she's funny.
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. And for the two that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is... someone right here. You sure about that? Okay then. It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. This trial will be over in no time. Were you listening? Wait till we get to the courtroom to begin your arguing. I haven't heard very much from Togami this time, which is making me nervous.
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go so we can make Hiro pay for his crimes.
Damn.
I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude. What does Sakura feel about this? I actually don't know that.
Hey.
The story begins when we get down there.
Yes.
Come on, Big Mac, let's do it! It wasn't me, you gotta believe me! Oh yeah, we'll believe you, right behind jail bars. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk towards the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the doors closed on their own. And the steel box began to move. We all just kind of awkwardly stand around. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. Was it entirely necessary to have your courtroom in the basement? I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator doors slid open. I guess they do have to have a lot of room for the execution chambers that happen to be next door, which it looks like there's like one for every person. Opening up onto a cruel fate. It looks very different. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
just the worst.
Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other?
What?
What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed cost trial after this commercial break.
Yahoo!
I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial. I wish I wasn't so sick for this. It's kind of unfortunate. Oh, I do love this music though. Alright. That's, because it has been a little bit since we started the whole thing. Oh no, YouTube, please don't. Is the stream still coming along okay? YouTube says no. But I'm gonna trust that it's okay. Anyway, let me know if you guys see any issues. Anyway, let's take a look at our truth bullets, because it's been a little while since we've started. Monokuma File 3. The victims were Hifumi, Yamana, and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. Cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. Oh, hi. No, you didn't miss much. All we did was go down, and we're about to start the trial. Anyway. A very, very sparse Monokuma file. It's very weird. There's a blue tarp that kept Taka from spreading blood everywhere. We have the repository dolly, which I'm almost certain was used to move Taka. Hifumi's glasses are clean, which kind of leads credence to the idea that he may in fact not be dead, or at least he wasn't initially dead. Spotless hammer. We've got a hammer here that would been washed, which I'm assuming was probably the actual murder weapon. The repository door can only be locked from the inside. Yeah, bloodstain. That was most likely the thing that was used to move Taka. The glasses cleaning cloth, which had blood on them, probably from the glasses. Celeste account. Fumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Aoi left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Yeah, I know this time's better for everyone. The only reason I'm going for it this time is because I'm working late this afternoon. And I wasn't going to be back till like 10:30 or later. So that wasn't going to work too well. Let's see. They weren't gone for more than a minute or two. Meet in the dining hall from Hero. We have Robo Justice blueprints, which are curious because if this was all Hero's making, it'd be unlikely that Hifumi would know its name, which is a little bit weird. Robo Justice costume. Looks like it was made for Hero. In addition, anyone wearing it would not be able to see their feet or bend at the waist more than 90 degrees. I didn't give that much thought before, but if it's in the truth bullet, that seems kind of important. Not so sure about this one. Like, maybe move... Oh! I'm not 100% sure about this, but I feel like that the dolly couldn't have been operated from within the outfit. Because you have to bend down low to use that. I do remember they're saying something about it being kind of annoying, but it's better than, like, having to pick it up or something. I don't know. According to Hero, he got a note last night that said to meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. We've got a broken clock for Taka's watch. That's broken at 6. Which means that, assuming the time hasn't been changed, which I imagine it could, it must have broken when he was attacked. We got a scrap of paper in Taka's hand, which connects more than likely to the note Hifumi had, but this one says to meet at 6 a.m. Which is a little odd. And then this is the thing that really kind of threw me off right now. Yeah, having fun with your guitar game. This is what threw me off, is each student has their own e-handbook. Yeah, I know. The owner's name is displayed each time the handbook is booted up. It's believed that no handbooks were involved in carrying out the murders this time. Why did she mention that? Like, I'm inclined to believe she isn't going to say that for no reason. So why did she say that? The only thing the handbooks really are involved with that we know of so far is that they can be used to get into alternate gender room, or alternate gender, fitting rooms, yes. I don't know. So that's what we've got to work with right now. What do we got for skills? Lost in thought. Sure. I'll take that. Reload 2 bullets at once. I think we're good. Who claim the lives of Ifumi and Kiyotaka? In this class trial, suspicion builds upon suspicion. Yeah, we're good. Let's go. All rise for the great and glorious
Let's begin
Monokuma.
with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it!
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
Here comes that French accent again.
Don't try and deny it! You killed them!
I didn't! Someone knocked me out! I was asleep the whole time! I don't know anything about it!
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
You're one to
Who
talk.
are you calling a murderer?
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit.
Totally
Parts
not
we
planted
assume
in
were
his room.
used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
I'm having lots of fun with my detective game.
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know!
Is Hiro really the killer, or... Before anything else, we have to make that clear. Look at all these dead people. There's lots of dead people now. I'm gonna have to relearn how to play this again. This will be fun.
Everything we found in your room,
The Hero's
the
room.
blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the
Oh,
culprit.
whoops. Don't mind me. I'm learning how to play again.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
It's conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Yeah, I missed my chance. Compelling evidence that Hiro is the killer.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
I don't know which one I
Just
need.
Hold on a second!
Yatsuhiro's message.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
Are we
that
supposed
you
to
are
say that
the culprit.
the costume wasn't in his room?
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
It's okay, Hiro. You just gotta say it another time. You know, but don't worry, we just got started. Don't worry, you didn't miss
Everything we
anything.
found in your room.
We didn't find... Oh, that's not
The
it?
blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough
Come on.
that you are the culprit.
So I'm doing it wrong, apparently. Do we need to pull up the blueprints then?
I don't know anything about that stuff!
It's not true. It's a conspiracy. Right. No, just hold on a second.
Don't mind me.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are.
What am? Okay, hold on. I look, and once again I'm doing that thing where I can't figure out how to. Okay, that's the silencer. Which one shoots the truth bullet again? Triangle.
The culprit.
Okay. Yep.
I don't know anything about that stuff.
It's not true.
It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
Shooting the silencer the whole time. That was the problem. Let's try that
Everything
again.
we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
Whoops.
Shoot.
That wasn't it.
Everything we found in your room.
What are people talking about?
The blueprints,
Trousers.
the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why?
Right? No. Just hold on a second.
Let's try that again.
Everything we found in your room.
That's not it either, really? Dang it.
Shoot.
Wow, I'm bad at this game.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
Maybe I have to shoot the blueprints at the blueprints.
I don't know anything about
That stuff is not
true. It's a conspiracy.
Here,
Why?
no. Just hold on a second.
Yeah, I know. First thing of the trial, like I have no idea
Everything we
what this
found
has
in
to
your
do with
room.
anything. I know who did
The
it.
blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
That's not it either. Dang it, come on.
Shoot.
Yeah, you're gonna need a lot of popcorn because I'm gonna sit here and fail for the next 5 hours.
Everything we found in your room.
Did you not find the message
The
in the room? Maybe is
blueprints,
that
the
it?
suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything.
It's not
True. It's a conspiracy.
Here, right? No. Just hold on a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember the basics of CQC. Snake.
Everything we found in your
Snake,
room.
this is a sneaking mission. Snake! Dang it, Snake!
Shoot.
Maybe I should just like take down the stream, pretend it never happened.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
How is blueprints wrong?
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true.
And in his
it's
room.
a conspiracy.
The costume wasn't in the room,
Hero,
right?
Why? Why did you kill them?
No. Just hold on a second.
Like we found parts for the costume, but not like the costume itself.
Everything we found in your room.
Nope.
Shoot.
Nope. The great stream.
Everything we found in your room.
What about
The
Hero's
blueprints,
message?
the
That wasn't
suit
in the room,
parts,
right?
They are all proof
Is that
enough.
is that what I need to say?
I don't know what
It's not true.
It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why?
Right? No. Just hold on a second.
I mean, here's the thing. Like
Everything
what does
we
this have
found
to
in your
do?
room.
What does this have to do with anything? Okay. Like real talk. What do I need to hit? Tell me what I need to hit. Like for serious, I don't know what I'm doing, obviously. Just tell me what to do. I don't know. There's two things, like I only have so many options. What do I do? You don't remember. Good. I'll try to keep that in mind. Does anybody know what I should be hitting? I've been doing brute force. I literally have been doing brute force. Have you not noticed? I don't know. Oh well. Let me take another look at it.
Shoot.
So our 3 bullets.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a
Conspiracy. You're right. No. Just hold on a second.
Okay,
Everything we
let's try
found in
that.
your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all...
Finally, there we go, one heart left. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm just sitting here blabbering my mouth off.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
I mean, I knew that. I just didn't know what the game was wanting me to do. like I already suspected
What
this.
do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared.
Oh, that's right. So we already know what his message, his writing looks like, and that's not what the blueprints looked like. Whoops.
The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say?
Yep.
When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
In a one-heart trial, we're gonna clutch this.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So, Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
Yep.
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
Oh, come on, Togami. You could have held on to that a little bit longer, you know, kept your silent thing up. Waited till I was about to, you know, expose Hiro wasn't the culprit and then say, yeah, I believed that too.
What?
Yeah, it's not like losing really does anything in this game. They're like, you want to try again? No, game over.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
I mean, of course I would. I still think it might have been Hiro, but maybe Hiro didn't know. Maybe he was under mind control. And of course he passes it off to me.
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
The suspicious individual in question, the one that must have been in the suit. Hina, you were in the suit. Why me? That costume was super big on me. No way I could walk around in that thing. You saw me. Try it on for yourself, Makoto.
Shoot!
I mean, she did put on the suit. It's not like she wasn't in the suit. Oh no! No, so who did it? Are we gonna figure out who did it? Was it Makoto again? Wow. They're like, yeah, that was totally Makoto. We all believed Hiro, but know what? I've changed my mind. It's Makoto now. Yeah, let's give it another shot.
I refuse to give up yet!
I was totally... The whole cast professional voice actors. That's just great, though.
Are we sure Hiro really...
What do you mean?
Well,
Yep.
the hand...
Let's just skip all this. I just wanted to see what she would have said if I blamed her. Well, I mean, since there's no real way to lose. That's right. They're all working behind the scenes to try and set me up. Those dudes are super scary, for serious.
Shoot!
Alright, yeah, it's definitely Hiro.
I got it!
Hiro did it!
Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Makoto's guilty because he can't figure it out.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
Thanks, Togami.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
Robo-Justice.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
That's pretty easy unless they throw me another
It
curveball.
would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Why are you putting me on the spot? What a jerk.
I got it!
There's still one more thing.
gun!
He was used moving the spotless hammer. They pushed him.
A dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
But
Okay,
they messed up.
That explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing.
They're lazy and they didn't want to actually have to drag him.
I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
Uh-oh. How
In other
suspicious.
words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body? That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room.
Uh-oh.
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
Uh-oh.
Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
Oh no, how are we gonna deal with that
She's
one?
raised an objection. How do you
How
respond?
are you gonna deal with that, Makoto?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Wow. Celeste, really? Wow.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Saying to the person that solved the last two murders that everyone suspected, among other people, me. Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean. But maybe I can change your mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. New element. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Let's learn. Let's talk about reloading. Reloading here. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're going to add one more ingredient to the recipe. At the bottom of the screen underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. But till now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy the opponent's statements. But from now on, just locking on and pressing triangle won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the square button. You can also reload by tapping the bottom left section of the screen. You mean like this? Just like locking on, you'll have to press the square button in time with the tempo marker. Or simply tap the screen. Basically, just remember that the square button now has a function along with X and triangle. You'll automatically reload at the start of fever time and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if your action difficulty set is gentle, you won't have to reload at all because you're a pansy. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck and have fun. Makoto, where's the gun at? Gotta reload.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are
This
a
is
fool.
pretty early. She's saying mean things to me.
Do your worst. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree.
I'd love
You
if I
are a
could see the
fool.
beat.
So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree.
You are a fool. Do your worst.
Final strike!
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Yeah! Yes! Suck it, Celeste! You sound pretty defensive
If you're asking
for
for
a
proof
dolly.
that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it.
I mean, did
that
we have to
matched
do
the
that whole
dolly
rhythm
wheel's
game?
tread.
Like, we could have just said this. Okay, then.
The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room.
What a dumb
And
killer.
as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Why is that an important part of the clue, though? Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the main subject.
Let's just get all real and action-y there for a second. Now we calm down.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
It's gonna be that thing where you can't bend at the waist. If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? I think Robo Justice costume is what we're gonna want for this. Probably.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Dang it. That's not what I wanted. Come on, Makoto.
Shoot!
Dang it, Makoto. Now we got one and a sliver of heart left.
As we
No, Taka was crammed from there. The body, yeah, the culprit then loaded it onto the
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
But he can't, because you can't bend over in the costume. Objection. Overruled.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together, remember?
Ugh. I'm blind as a bat in here, can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend over at the waist, just something I wanted to, mention. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
I was actually thinking about that just about 10 seconds ago.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
He can't. There's absolutely no chance the costume is taken off just to move the body because once it's on, you can never take it off. Oh, I'm kind of tempted. Yeah. What? You mean I have to live the rest of my life as Robo Justice? But I'm gonna get all moldy. You've already taken it off. Oh, she's right.
Shoot!
Shoot! Not dead yet.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
Yeah, and he totally stuffed himself into the locker, yes. Please don't remix my coughs. I'm gonna do the best I can to edit them out of the final video. I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid freaking thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the
or
suit
stuffed
was
himself
basically
inside
an
of a locker.
invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Almost.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
Maybe he was giving him a hug.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now. How did you know his name is Robo Justice, though?
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume.
Honestly, they just seem like they're posing for a great picture there.
As it turns out, it was Robo Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library.
Sakura does kind of have elf ears. They're not quite long enough. Maybe an inch or 2 longer. Then they'd be good.
He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
We were idiots and left him alone where he could commit a murder. What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
And then...
Yeah. Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been... Hifumi? He's in the nurse's office? This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room.
His hair looks like a paintbrush.
We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
That sounds suspicious.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us, and she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Whoa, dead bodies. I mean, we saw them before, but they're dead.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them, no matter what. I mean, now the dance music starts.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding
Taka's death, I wonder if he died.
perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Dang it, that wasn't it.
Shoot.
Whoops. Oh no, we lost the trial. Derp. Let's try that again. Oh yeah, Makoto, you did it. Makoto, you murdered everyone because we can't come up with a better solution. Oh boy, people in the comments are talking about jokes.
I refuse to give up yet.
I refuse to give up. We were just kidding, Makoto. We didn't actually say you did it. We'll just try again. We'll let you figure it out, Makoto. You literally can't lose.
So, regarding
Taka's, I wonder if he's done it. Perhaps it was after. We already know what order Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Ah, dang it, that's not it either.
Shoot!
I've gotten really bad at this game recently.
So, regarding Taka's death,
Whoa,
I
forgot
wonder
about that
if
thing.
he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Don't mind me.
Shoot!
We're using the brute force method now.
So, I wonder if he's done
Or
it.
perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Brute force method, not working nearly as well as I'd hoped.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say
Say that.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Nope. Yeah, the tried and true Phoenix Wright method. Objection!
So,
Why do you say
regarding
that?
Taka's death,
I wonder if he's done it. Perhaps it was after.
Because of the bird.
What makes you say that? Because of the numbering. It's true that Hifumi, while Taka's death, came. See? So it's obvious Taka came
This is something where I have to capture one statement and use it on another.
so, regarding Taka's
His death. I wonder if he's done it. Perhaps
it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
There we go.
No, what's wrong?
Totally forgot about that thing until just about 20 seconds ago.
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
Yeah.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order?
Wait, Makoto, so you're saying you weren't the murderer? Gasp.
But in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. Now we get to use that watch thing, right? Or actually, maybe it's the paper. It might be one of the two. Oh crap, I forgot how to play this part. Writing? No? Oh, wristwatch. This game is always just a little weird to me.
Now I understand.
I know it! No!
I've got it! Taka's wristwatch! See? Look! It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Hey, your watch. My watch is working. It's past 10 o'clock. Get to bed,
so
kid.
if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if
His
that's
watches
true,
can't be changed
then
by
he was
hand.
killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
that simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
Yep, Hifumi did it.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Yeah. What's that? Hifumi's in the nurse's office.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
Yeah, that worked.
If that's true, where's the tape?
In the incinerator.
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared.
Kyoko.
So they most certainly could have done those things.
Kyoko.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's the question, isn't it?
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
He could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it.
Somebody loaded him on the cart and just started pulling real hard up those stairs.
But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
We have these things called elevators.
What? How? If the dead body were to move itself.
Oh! What? Who would have guessed that one?
The dead body moved on its own?
Zombies?
No! Not another... ghost!
Zoinkies! Scoob, look out! There's ghosts!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is we thought
Hifumi's weight
was
is a
dead,
plot point.
but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
It's a good plot point, though. I mean, it's an important plot point.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
That's inconceivable.
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
I mean, we even didn't check his pulse or anything. We were just like, yep, blood, dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
that it isn't possible.
This track's pretty good. The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible? Who could have possibly foreseen that coming? It's one of the bottom two.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I think that's the important thing. What are my bullets again?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
I think the equipment room bloodstain is what I need.
Surely you heard the body discovery. Hifumi's dead
Body had been found, and that is why
the announcement. Are we really? Maybe the
Announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
No, that wasn't it. I know what I'm doing. Don't look at me like that. Don't worry, we'll brute force our way through this one bullet at a time.
Found Hifumi in the nurse's office?
What was Celeste's account again? Let me look at that before I keep throwing crap around. They weren't gone for more than a minute or two.
There's a chance he was actually still alive.
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead.
And you know that? Surely you heard the body discovery. Hifumi's dead body.
And that is why the
announcement was
Are we really?
So maybe the
Announcement was intended to signal
someone else's discovery.
Or do I need to capture one of these
When we
statements?
first found Hifumi, there's a chance
He was actually still alive.
No,
Dang it!
it is impossible.
Hifumi was dead. And you know that? Surely you heard the body discovery. Hifumi's
Dead body had been found.
and that is why are we really? Maybe the announcement
was intended to signal someone else's
Whoops,
discovery.
there goes 10 seconds. Come on.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, that's not it either. Brute force method's failing me now.
Shoot!
Well, Makoto, you did it. You're the murderer again. Everyone believes you did it. Everything makes sense now. It totally makes sense if Makoto was the murderer, doesn't it? Yeah.
I refuse to
All the
give up
evidence
yet.
points to him. Dang it. Celeste account, equipment in a bloodstain, and broken wristwatch.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in
Dang
the
it,
nurse's
Makoto.
office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Dang it.
Shoot!
Fumi's dead body had been
Are
found.
you saying that when we first
found Hifumi and there's a chance
Let's try capturing that one.
Hifumi was dead.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Dang it! Dang it! Dang it, Makoto!
Shoot!
Use your
Are you saying
super
that
lucky
when we
student
first
thing to
found
fix this for me.
Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
Hifumi was dead. And you know that?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
And that is why
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Ugh.
Shoot!
Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance
He was actually still alive?
No, it is
Nope.
impossible.
Hifumi was dead. Did you know that?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Along Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Nope.
Shoot!
Are you saying
People are here talking about pants while I can't figure out how in the world this mystery went down. And we're gone for more than a minute or two. That's the less to count. Kiyotaka died at 6. What was the other one? Equipment room bloodstain. I mean, I'm wearing shorts right now, so I'm a pantsless barbarian
that
too,
when we
apparently.
first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Oh, whoops, that's not what I meant to do.
Shoot!
Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance he was at... No. If Hifumi was dead, did you know that? Surely
You heard
the body discovery announcement.
Hifumi's dead body.
Had been, and that is why...
Are we really so sure about that?
What? I got a
Maybe
trophy.
the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Okay, what trophy did I get? I want to see these trophies. How do I see them? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Show me the trophies. Well, maybe I'll look at them later.
Shoot!
Maybe I can win trophies better than I can win this.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead.
Without a doubt, do you know that?
How?
Surely you heard the body discovery and Hifumi's...
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
And that is why... Are we really... Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I don't know.
Are you saying
Saying that when we first found him, there's a chance...
he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And
You know that? Surely you heard the body discovery and Hifumi's dead body, and that is why... Are we really... Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's
I'm
discovery.
gonna capture that first statement.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
and you know
That how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Dang it.
Shoot!
Oh. They start throwing in all these rules, and there's like 30 different combinations it could possibly be. I don't know, I'm kind of interested in that trophy right now.
I refuse to give up yet!
The trophy's looking pretty nice right about now. I don't know what it is, but I want it. I want to see what it is. Celestia count doesn't really interfere with any of that,
Are
does
you
it?
saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
He's
there's
definitely
a chance
dead.
he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
and you know that
How?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
But that doesn't conflict. Celestia count doesn't inflict with that. I feel like I've done that already. Chance that the
Are
message
you
could have been for
saying that
someone
when
else.
we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No,
It is impossible. Hifumi was dead. And you know that?
surely you heard the body discovery
Okay,
announcement.
taking
Hifumi's dead
Kyoto's
body, and that
statement.
is why
By the
Wait,
announcement.
can you do that?
really so sure. Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Can you do that?
Are you,
You can
saying
do
that
that?
when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No,
It is impossible. Hifumi was dead.
I didn't know you
know
could.
that
I didn't know
how?
you could save a bullet from the
surely
last
you heard the
round.
body discovery announcement. Along with the rest, Hifumi's dead body had been found.
I didn't know you could do
No,
that.
that's wrong!
I figured when you went to the next round, it was gonna like get rid of your save. I thought you could only use it like forward. What the heck?
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Well, thank you for the help. I only spent like half an hour on that one. Dang it. I already knew what it wanted. I just didn't know how it wanted to do it.
Of course.
Alright, there we go.
The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
Totally called that.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
And what's Monokuma going to say about that?
What do you say, Monokuma?
Any comment?
Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail.
Oh, you're supposed to take Celeste's statement and then shoot Kyoko's? Okay, then.
But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that...
Makoto hacks into the future and steals Kyoko's line before she says it. That's why I figured you couldn't do it.
It's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means...
So when we heard that second body announcement, was that one for Hifumi then? I don't know.
Even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
That did confuse me, but I wasn't sure if it would be for if they would do it if we discovered it again.
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
So we did die later on, so he is actually dead. It's interesting to note. First time it played when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. The second time was when both bodies were rediscovered.
I got it! We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
The body's been discovered. So how did he die?
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
So he's actually dead now. Okay.
And that's just part of it.
I was a little curious about that
There's
one.
one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show everyone. It's gonna be the glasses, right? Give me the glasses. Come on, I know that one. There we go. That dolly. That was what proved it.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Oh, whoops.
And the next time we saw his body...
Didn't they get hit multiple targets?
It was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, There was no notable difference.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong! Yeah. Maybe Kyoko's just good at everything.
There was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
Spotless. No blood.
And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
What was it? He wiped it with the blue tarp. He wiped it with the repository door.
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is... what exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
Oh yeah, that is something I wanted to ask about. Does anybody know when a good point to do another live stream of Umineko would be? Like, I'm looking for a spot that it would benefit from, and I'm wondering if near the end of the Umineko section that we're at, if it might be. I don't know. Let me know. I'll look out for that.
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet.
You know how awkward that would have been if after we found him dead, like, somebody came back and be like, "Whoa, you're not dead," and he's like,
And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse
both tea parties?
becomes
Oh yeah, that'd be a
possible,
good idea.
wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead,
Yeah, I'll do it for the tea parties.
what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
I mean, it looks like paint.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained.
Yeah!
It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Why did he move it anyway? I didn't really get that. Like, why was that done? Was there any reason for him moving the corpse? Like, did that solve anything? Taka moved the corpse himself. Taka was dead for sure, dang it. You didn't embarrass yourself. You didn't say a single thing. How did you embarrass yourself? You're saying it was me? No, that can't be right. This is the only ones I want to mess up on because they actually have unique dialogue.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked? Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository.
The only thing I could really think of why he would want to move the bodies is so that he could say Hero did it, to like draw more attention, but that just seems weird. I guess it's to draw suspicion off himself because they think he's dead, so he could move. I don't know. The only thing I'll say about an English dubbed Umineko is that the amount of lines for that is so ridiculously high that it would take, unless it was done on a professional level, it would take years to do.
But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Yep.
But that means he took part in the murders.
Yep.
I just can't believe it.
But it wasn't Makoto, surprisingly.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Now, I would agree it would take just as long as the Japanese dub did, but I don't know how likely something like that would be to happen. I think it would be fairly unlikely.
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
Spooky paper. How did, just out of curiosity, how did Hifumi end up dying? Like, I don't get how the end result was that Hifumi died. That's still what's confusing me.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants.
Forget about the pants, guys.
Take a look at what the note says.
Found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else. Let's meet at 6.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go.
Yeah, but you said 1.
Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
Pants are useful. You can store paper you're trying to hide in them.
I see.
Underpants.
And this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
oh. Okay. Are pants people? Are there pants people? Hina, even if there are, I'm sure they're not here in the school. Wait, what am I saying? I need to calm down.
Shoot!
They take Makoto so seriously in some of these.
In other words, the killer got in touch and that person could only have been...
That letter's not mine.
Shoot!
Dang it.
In other words...
I love it that you can blame yourself so much in some of these. It's great.
I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
Objection!
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy! Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right? Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
How does your tongue do that? Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still, I can't let her get to me. Wow. That's a lot of bullets. Alright, so what are we figuring out here?
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to me?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Yeah, it's probably that last
the
one.
note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to me?
6 a.m. The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Dang it. Yeah, I think you did it get... I think I didn't hit that soon enough.
But remember what the note said.
What time did it say to 6 a.m.? The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
It's wrong.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka, just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster, telling people they'd found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Well, we already kind of said that Hifumi was involved in this.
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
The proof is... Ugh.
I got it!
I got it!
When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note...
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Bye. See you. Have a good evening.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Day, whatever.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah, after seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Sorry, no.
He didn't seem to respond when we pulled paper out of
When
his
we
pants.
found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together. Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus! Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
That's why I think Hifumi might have been an accomplice. I don't know.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
Weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding the case won't become clear till we figure that out. I'm now imagining maybe Celeste is the killer, Celeste is the main murderer, but I bet Hifumi was an accomplice.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3?
Whoops.
Shoot!
Whoops. Dual wield those hammers.
What was used to kill?
Was it Justice? Maybe
Justice Hammer?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Dang it. Oh, thank you. That's nice.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Was it Justice? Maybe Justice Hammer? Well, what if there's one thing? How was the culprit able to hide nobody witness? Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5! Check out murdergear.com/.
Well,
Wait, murdergear.com/hammertime? Oh, what is that a website? Oh boy, let's take a look. I'm curious now. Is that a real website? Let's find out. We couldn't find that page. Dang it. Okay, maybe that's not a real page. Sorry. No, it's okay.
The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
There we go.
No, that's wrong. The murder weapon wasn't a Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
Like it was a web page, but it wasn't like a found web page.
But seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that was the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment.
Totally Celeste, I know
still
it.
think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
Why would you think that's strange? Because you're a part of this?
The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about it. At least that's what we thought at first, but maybe it was for love. I feel like none of these are right.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Do I need to shoot one at the other?
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate, and assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on it.
That is how the
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two
Dang it.
murders.
Dang it.
Based on the rules that
Gotta
have
capture it
been
again.
even if more than one person, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate, assuming the rule holds true.
Nope,
It is
that's not. I
simply
meant to. No, I didn't
impossible.
mean to shoot. I meant to grab. Dang it, it's the same button. You just hold it.
Shoot!
Shoot!
Based on the
I don't even know if this is right, but none of these bullets sound right.
Actually carried out the act can assuming the rule holds true. It is simply impossible that two people.
That is how the
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Dang it. This is being very difficult.
more than one person,
only the one who actually carried out the act, assuming the rule holds true.
Nope.
It is
Oh,
simply
dang it.
impossible that two people
I'm just
work
screwing if
together.
it's the same button as what you use to capture new bullets. And I don't even know if this is right,
Based
but
on the rules that have been laid out, even if more than one person, only the one who actually carried out
I feel like I have to
assuming
try
the
it
rule
first.
holds true. It is simply impossible
that two people. That is how the
But that only really applies if there. In this case, however, there were two murders.
no, that's not right. Okay. So I worked all that time to make that happen, and that was wrong. Good to know. Good job, Makoto. You screwed up again. Alright, Makoto. Everyone chose you. You're the one who murdered, even though we have no evidence to suggest that you
refuse to
did it
give up yet.
whatsoever. Can they be tried the other way around? I guess, maybe. Let's try that, just out of curiosity.
only the one who actually carried out, assuming the rule holds true. It is simply. That is how the
But that only really applies if there. In this case, however, there were two murders.
Let's try that.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person, only the one who actually carried out the act can assume the rule holds true. It is
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
I didn't know you could do that. I mean, I know that R button's useful. I keep forgetting about that thing.
Since there were 2 murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
I mean, that's how it could have been. These could have been 2 separate intended cases of murdering people, and they just happened to do it at the same time.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme.
Makoto wouldn't be the killer because he's the hero, remember?
There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating 2 separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning.
So cunning.
Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
The effort made to convince us the 2 murders were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko is really amazing, although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand
Like, it's almost
how
like
an
it's her
accomplice
ultimate.
could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end murdered him. In the debates up until now, the way the case is unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit.
Here's my answer.
Yeah!
It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now.
You did it.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless goddamn idiot!
Well, where'd the French accent go?
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the 2 of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the 2 of you were working together.
Where'd your accent go? The screaming. Why is everyone obsessed with Hifumi's pants? Please, take this a little more seriously. Bad call on my part. Yeah, she dropped the accent for like 3 seconds, so it was great. Well, it's true that both of them did a lot of screaming, but I don't think that's it. Darn it. No, wait, I didn't mean to select that again. It wasn't even funny. Come on, go to the bottom.
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush, the adults are talking now.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
Everything.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
What is this? Dojin? Oh man.
And
I don't know if I want to read this.
After that, do you remember what Celeste said?
No regrets. I saw a shadow.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
I saw a strange individual. He's spooky. He was in a suit.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Hey, Hifumi. What about Hifumi?
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Then why don't we split into two groups? I'll lead the hunting party. That seems more interesting. Very well, then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Togami, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead.
Certainly wasn't expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
Good job, Celeste.
I don't believe it! Everything, the whole thing was one big act!
I'm just waiting for Celeste to finally snap. She's gonna do it at some point, I know.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Ah.
Yeah? I was feeling kinda sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Yep.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
She's right next to you. Why are you talking to the group?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said
Good job,
after
Celeste.
Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
You pretty much led this whole thing. Very suspicious. She acted very uncharacteristic for herself. I think that's what kind of tipped me off initially, was that she was very weird. I must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but
Oh,
I
they?
don't understand what's so strange about it.
I don't see why they is such a weird word to use about a single person, though.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto.
Yeah, that was the big problem. She was like, she just pushed this way too hard. Like, you know, she made herself look like she was a part of it, which she didn't want to do.
Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Togami said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. But what is he alluding to? Make your argument. Yeah. Gotta shoot some book things. The handbook. What does the handbook have to do? I still don't understand that.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this.
What did Celeste Count say again? Just one more time. They left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. They weren't gone for more than a minute or two.
Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused.
That wasn't it. Whoops.
Shoot.
Use the word us. Is that important?
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And
those
said.
guys.
And that's all it takes to finish.
Oh, but she
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
She shouldn't have known that there was more than one person dead at that point, right?
All I said was,
Whoops.
They must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here.
I don't think that's it either. I need to get rid of this bullet.
Shoot!
Sorry, I was reading comments.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here.
That isn't it either?
Shoot!
It says something right at the end. What was he saying?
All I said, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be positive. We are all going to die. We are going to die. Just like... And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes.
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
What is strange about Celeste's comment? Do I have to pick up Celeste's comment and throw it on the last one?
Enjoying the sight of us. They must be positive. We are all going to die here. We are going to die.
Just like those
guys
Just
died.
like those guys.
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't what was so strange about Celeste's comment?
What was so strange? Obviously not that. Dang it.
Shoot!
Oh, that was fun. Yeah, I know, I'm great at this game.
All I said was,
I don't know why I'm doing so bad. It's
they
just,
must really
they're
be
throwing more
enjoying
bullets at me, I
this.
think that's why.
Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here.
We are going to die. Just like those guys.
And that's all it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Nope. Let's try that again. Oh, did I get it the wrong way?
Shoot!
Sure, let's try that. I need to see this body pillow. I need to see if it actually is, if it's good or not. Yeah, Makoto, you did it. I know we're already convinced that Celeste did it, but you did it, Makoto.
I refuse to give up yet.
It's gotta have been Makoto. Makoto was obviously guilty. It's been, you know, all those clues. I don't say you couldn't get. This dance music's pretty sick, though.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die. Just like those guys died.
And that's all it takes.
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Let's try using it the other way.
All you said was, we must really be enjoying the sight of us. We must be perfect.
We are all going to die here. We are going to die.
Just like
those.
There we go. Okay.
No, that's
I guess that works that way. I can take words that he hasn't even said yet.
That's right.
That was the culprit.
There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste?
How did you know, Celeste?
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys?
I mean, maybe it was just a figure of speech.
Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Ah. I didn't think about that one. Oh, yes, here, she's gonna snap, I know it.
You all have such vivid
She's about to snap.
imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took?
She's close. She's gonna snap soon. I know it. I'm
How
waiting.
do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer.
And how would you know that?
In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away.
Are you sure Hifumi just isn't hugging the suit with, Hiro in it?
If everything I told you
Knocked
was a
out?
lie, how can this picture exist?
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Other explanations? Oh, what could it be? Wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. Maybe he's just giving him a hug. He's giving him a piggyback ride. No.
Shoot!
Dang it. Hifumi's dragging the suspect away? Yes, I suppose in a certain light you could interpret it that way. This is some kind of bad joke? Surely you can't be serious. Guess I was wrong. Ugh. They were dancing, of course.
I got it!
I got it! That's what it
It's
is.
not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away.
Hifumi's dragging the suspect away.
I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's
we
certainly
figured it
within the
out.
realm of
We
possibility.
figured it out. Celeste, I think Celeste is seeing end of the line here.
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Oh, she's gonna crack.
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
And why is that?
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
We're gonna have to throw more crap at her?
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Play DDR bullet time game?
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate
Wow.
you.
Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? Uh-oh.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out!
Have we reached the end
Then
game?
you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight! You tried to make me look like the bad guy!
Like I said, ridiculous.
Killing your friends.
As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Yep, but you can't. Like, it makes you stand upright.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Not as ridiculous as the Leon thing, yeah, I'd agree. Yep.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
Was that necessarily a mistake?
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Somebody's like going through a bunch of my videos and commenting on them. Ever since I started the stream, I went from 0 messages to now YouTube says I have 6. And it's kind of bothering me. I want to read them, but I'm in the middle of something.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Yeah, I know I didn't get the Leon thing immediately. I forgot his name. I didn't really learn their names too well. I still struggle with them occasionally.
Checkmate?
Uh-oh. Oh yeah, she's gonna snap. She's gonna snap.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate? Celeste?
There goes the French accent.
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem. Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Struggling to make the French accent still work. Hey Fumi, who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right, I remember the name. Hiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not?
Yeah, but he was an accomplice. Are you sure that didn't happen?
He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro. In other words, Yasuhiro Hakakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro! It's actually Taro!
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
I like her non-accent voice. In fact, I feel like I recognize her non-accent voice now that I'm hearing it.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
Ah, he said people's last names. He said for serious. Wait, isn't that me? Oh, yeah. Whoops.
Think back. How did he refer to each of us?
No. Okay. I was hoping that would be a bit more exciting. Oh well.
Think back to how did he refer to each of us?
I got it! That's right. Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once,
Mr.
for
Naegi.
example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
What's your last name, Celeste?
Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever
Then
killed
why would
him?
you do that? That's so cryptic. Why would you do that? We don't know her last name.
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to.
Was it Monokuma? What's Monokuma's last name?
And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit.
Oh man, I just love how that French accent like extremely goes from full to none.
Come on!
It's great.
Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I?
Your tornado hair started spinning.
I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up!
I've gone from being slightly put off by her voice actor to loving it completely. It's great. I love it now.
My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop
Oh, she did say that at some point, didn't she?
Over and over again!
I do remember that, I think. Celeste won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. Maybe we gotta play a rhythm game. Or not, okay. Thought we were gonna have to play the rhythm game. Oh, we need to look at her handbook. Of course, there we go. That's what the handbook is, because it displays their name when they open it, right? In fact, just to confirm that... Yep, we just have to look at her handbook and we'll figure it out.
He was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is... Celestia Ludenberg!
God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I love it when Master yells at
I'm
people.
not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict
Oh
me...
crap. There we go. I forgot you don't have to shoot multiple times.
That's it! The handbook!
What?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
My name's not Rick. This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because... Until the game's over, you never know what might happen!
Fine then. Let me settle it.
I'll settle it in a rhythm
Let me
game.
go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on
We'll do
all
a
your
rhythm game to
crimes.
figure it out.
And that'll bring everything to an end.
Okay, never mind. We'll do this. Oh, hey there. That's, well, that's interesting. What's going on down here? Hifumi? Okay, so I'm guessing that's Hifumi's room. What, is he ever tied up? Or who's tied up there? I'm not really sure quite where we need to start here. That's him moving the body, I know that. The stupid crystal ball's still here. That face. Oh, look at that face. Yeah. He looks like a pig. Yeah. Where do we start? With potato chips, I guess? I don't even know, honestly. I really don't. What do potato chips have to do with this? Maybe time. Leon threw the crystal ball at the swimsuit model case off. I may have to go back and fix whatever this is. I don't know what the first one is. I really don't. Okay, Hiro comes and meets them in the room at 1 a.m., right? 1 a.m. I know that one to be true. And they chloroformed him. Swimsuit model came back. Maybe that? Okay, they put him in the suit. Put his face on. These faces are great. Whoever did this art is just amazing. It's great. You can press the question marks for hints. They knocked him out, then stuffed him in the robo-suit to falsify their evidence. They used certain item to do it. Oh, that's pretty useful, actually. I didn't know you could select the circles. Let's just see what the first one is. That's what I'd like to know. How did the killer recruit their accomplice? With potato chips? Oh, she recruited him by, doing something interesting. Maybe. I don't know, actually. I don't know. Could they get the yeah, they got the chloroform from the infirmary. I believe they mentioned something like that. Yeah, they mentioned there'd stuff to knock people out. Anyway, Act 3. What time was Taka supposed to head to the equipment room? At 6, right? Whoops. So we justice hammered him. Oh god, please, not the hammer. Then, what number was the Justice Hammer? I don't know. Justice Hammer 4? You can't expect me to remember all these numbers. Hey look, he's getting hugged. Oh, my face. Let's take him to the nurse's office. He'll be better. He won't get killed or anything. He used one of the Justice Hammers, but which one? God, look at that. Look at that. These comics are great. I love these things. Or manga, or whatever you call it. I totally help you. I totally help you kill everyone, including me, for a bag of chips. I'm just gonna take a guess. I cannot remember which hammer it was. I'm gonna say hammer 3, because that one has blood on it. Wait a second. I don't know. Okay, we'll keep going. Anyway. Rubbed some on his face. Okay, we're not using the blood bag, obviously. Then he picked up the potato chips. Wait a second. It wasn't Justice Hammer 2. No, it wasn't. It was Justice Hammer 3, so that must have been Justice Hammer 2. Take a potato chip and eat it, and then murder everyone. Oh no, they're dead! And we're only slightly concerned. And there's Celeste, not having hair. Yeah, let's wrap them up. Yeah, look at all these facial expressions, they're great. Alright, I saw it somewhere. Yeah, here. Look at that face. It's the face of champions. Was I a good boy? Yeah, let's dance. Oh, I'm dead. Oh, crap. Was the unmarked hammer. Is that it?
Here's exactly what
happened. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that...
Oh, I thought something else was going on.
Hifumi, with an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
Oh, I thought she was like tied down with rope. That would have been an interesting sequence of events. That's a pretty good face. I like that face.
First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker.
Yes, he didn't even do anything. He just got shoved in a locker pretty much after getting knocked out.
They moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
Oh, slap!
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, The killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story.
Yeah, poor Taka's character art was pretty much, like, washed down the drain right there.
The second fake incident was the attack in the library.
He got all fired up and then he got killed.
This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these two incidents, the
They'll be
killers were
studying
able to
forever
create
now.
a certain preconception in our minds. That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
Look at Makoto. He looks so confused. He booped me with the hammer. I feel much better now.
while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
Wow!
Took the blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3
Was it necessary to do quite all of that?
and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered.
I think he had way too much fun with this murdering thing.
He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room.
Blood spit.
He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared.
He's so happy. He's dancing.
But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Such a great face, isn't it? It's a happy little puppy dog, and then he just gets beat down, taken out back with a shotgun. Nice flowers. Now kiss. What a
Celeste!
picture. Well,
Sorry, you lose.
what a picture, Makoto.
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Of course not.
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor.
Private instructor.
Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no.
Oh, the French accent?
Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Interesting.
Case closed? Let's see my great scores I made. Look at all those A's. Yeah. Yeah. Big
Okay,
money.
Monokuma. I'm ready to begin. Or, no. I suppose this is the end. isn't it?
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote.
Everyone votes for Makoto anyway.
And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be? Ta-da! You're dead!
What?
It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The Blackened this time, the true killer who designed the whole stinking scheme was... Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taiko Yatsuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. Now, not as much as it's gonna suck when you get turned into Celeste butter. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty, lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use, you know... I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice.
Indeed.
I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but... it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were super into, or were both super into. Does she mean... is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. Totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one that stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. Oh, what are you doing here?
Actually...
I was hoping I could talk to you. Alone. It's about what was stolen. I know who did it.
What?
Are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it.
So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct. Which is why Taka forced me to steal it.
Say what?
As for me...
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh.
He did?
As for me...
He came to my room last night unannounced and then... it's hard for me to even say. He abused me.
What?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. So, I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. I mean, he'd gone a little crazy, but...
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far. And he just played into it. It's amazing how he completely bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life.
Completely unforgivable!
I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands.
Actually...
Taka is planning to use her to escape. Yeah, with what camera? What camera? The camera you're holding? And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka is going to try to kill you.
Indeed.
And also he can keep her to himself.
They're completely unforgivable!
Honestly.
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She...
I swear I will save her!
Yes!
Actually,
Then would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. I've devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Just being cryptic is all. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love. Even a love as twisted as that can still drive people mad, it would seem. Yeah, I figured that would be the only thing that would cause accomplices in a game like this. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt too. All I asked was him to make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd been making something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But...
So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry.
Well,
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward. Stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course, no sorrow in her voice. There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean!
Now you sound like Togami.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been escape. But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch!
Obviously that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else here.
You little bitch!
I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical living. Killing.
As for me...
And it was all for that dream. And, oh, excuse me. Ugh. And what was this dream of yours?
Isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? With zombie attendants? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butler/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Thank you. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge, but...
There is nothing to be done.
Unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. And possibly your body parts in a minute. Still, I don't have any regrets. No regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but... You were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh.
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
Do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just to other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice then...
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey.
You just get executed again. Celeste smiled then. And when she did, it looked like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings. But that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills,
Y'all done?
kills.
Time for murder!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
The ultimate gambler!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Yay!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
This is...
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
In many pieces. Alright, time to go! Drag her by the neck. Who's ready? What are we gonna have, like playing cards thrown at her? Oh, she gets her castle she always wanted. How nice. Did he just put that together, like, right now? The burning of the Versailles witch. Oh, burned at the stake. That's gonna be a fun one, I'm sure. I mean, out of all the ways to die, I would say this one's probably kind of painful. Like, those other two deaths... Those other two executions probably aren't going to be as bad as this one. She's so hot. Oh my gosh. Very sweaty. Someone came to save the day! In a fire truck. Oh, never mind. It's kind of ironic. I mean, become butter's pretty bad, but at some point I'm pretty sure your consciousness shuts off, is what I'm saying. Getting burned alive kind of sucks, because your consciousness doesn't shut off for a little bit. That was ironic. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point, I considered her a friend too. Oh, something I want to mention, I know the thumbnail's wrong right now. I'm gonna go back and fix it later. I just realized today it was wrong and I hadn't had time to fix it yet. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world and so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
How strange.
God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So, anyway, Kyoko, did I see you get some kind of key-like object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me? Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Oh, what'd you do to your body?
Ooh.
man.
How exciting.
Oh man, jeez. What do you mean, what did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Hello.
Hey, things are getting kinda awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
see ya later.
See ya! Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko. Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
Then that means... Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
so...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please let me go. I'm a main character, I have to go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Do whatever you want. Thank you, Togami.
well then.
Then it's up to you now.
Yo!
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? So, Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does this mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls are like total pushovers when you show a little backbone. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well then, shall we? Yeah.
So then...
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw...
You really came.
Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I'd never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I just did what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a little while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but... Can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me. What are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Like, what happened during the investigation this time? You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that...
Indeed.
It's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. Please. And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. I've been a robot. I have to recharge every night. You see... I'm a robot. A robot. What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I'd believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. Well, you're not going to say we're on, like, the moon or something crazy, right? Well, I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes. So I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action. How long is this? Is it like, am I gonna hit into chapter soon? Because this was about the point where I wanted to stop, but if end of chapter isn't gonna come for like an hour, can you guys let me know? Are we just about done? Like normally after the trial we go for about 30 minutes and then we're done. Soon? Alright, we'll keep going.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it, really. And in the storage closet there, way in the back... Oh, it's midnight. I didn't even notice that. It's not nighttime, it's midnight right now. She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but... Could Kyoko really be right about this? Are we gonna find a body stuffed in there? Oh, no, bathroom, sorry. I thought they meant changing room. We're gonna find a body stuffed in here, I'm sure. Well, I did notice it once before. I was like, hey, look, there's a spot, but nothing was there. Just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about. Could it really be hidden here? Just one spot. She said it was way in the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously? Without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. And suddenly, as if I were being yanked in. Oh, hey there. Gashunk. At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. Hey there. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out the back wall was like a revolving door and I'd made my way to the other side. Just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the second floor, there's a storage closet. And way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room. So this is the secret room. But what's in here? So is this even like a room? I can't even look. Okay. We got tissues. We got a stool. What is this room for? I mean, it's like got books and stuff, but I don't know. There's a bunch of files and what look like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope Speak Academy Student Registry. This is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I can understand if it said, like, I can't leave, but you must not leave? What is this? My head feels funny. The strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave, do I have amnesia? Do I not know? I've seen them somewhere before. But I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? Am I a fake? Oh, good. Samurai man, come to kill me. A strange sound rang out through my head. It felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. Oh man, they stole my books! Ow! Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. Luchador time. Rogue luchadors come to attack you in the death school. That's all I understood. A dull throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. They took my books. They took my books. It's just a desk. My books. An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. For now, I should go back to my room. Get some rest. That's the last time I go out for late night partying. My body was Ooh, my body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back towards my room. I just sit there choking to death. Time unknown. Time unknown is green. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. The farther I walked, the more I felt things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that, as if from a vast distance, I heard a sound. It was faint but undeniable. That sound. It's coming from the gym? This sure is a long section. I hope you guys aren't lying to me, as I desperately hauled my shaky frame towards the gym. The sound got stronger and stronger. It is intriguing, don't get me wrong, I just have things I need to get done as well. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here, in the gym? It's just the jocks again, making all that noise, doing their unknown time football practice in the basketball court. I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sound coming from inside. Oh yeah, that was me coughing, yes. Yes, that was the sound. Meanwhile, only intensified that much more. The jocks are making coughing sounds. Ka-cha! Back you! Hi, patching. Back ya! Dash done! Sha. Oh, hi. What's going on here? Hey there. Before me there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No one side not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. But you do realize what
She's
will
a robot.
happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Then could it be the mastermind spy is robots? They're robots! Next generation legend. Stand tall, galactic hero. The end. The crunchy sound. Very deadly. We are a lot of people down now. Super Robo Justice. Home for me? Save the data. Yeah, we'll save there. And that's where we're gonna stop for today. Yes, you did. You missed most of it. Sorry. For anybody who's wanting to watch it afterwards, I'm gonna make the stream private afterwards because I'm worried that it's gonna be the audio is gonna be really off because that happened last time. And I've been recording a local copy here, and I'll end up just rendering and uploading that. So yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. I'm not gonna edit it much, so you will get to hear all my lovely coughing unless I manage to catch it easily. But yeah, pants. I hope you guys all enjoyed. It was a much different time. I usually don't have time to do it right now. I just had time today because work is in the late afternoon into the late evening. But yeah, that was fun. Actually, I wanted to look at the trophies. I wonder how I do that. How do I look at these trophies? I want to look at these trophies that I earned. No. Okay, not that one, but what about the rest of them? I got something about a TV, didn't I? Okay, I didn't get those ones. 50 unique presents. Every page of Psychus card. Where was the one for the TV? Destroyed 100 white noise lines across all class Oh, I see. Neat. Neat. Well, anyway, that's, I think that's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed, though. And, I will probably get this uploaded by this evening. Depends on, how fast I can get it all rendered and stuff. Anyway. Yeah, there's a trophy thing for $9.99. Or, I mean, for Virtue's Last Reward, but I can't, for some reason, when I played through it, it wouldn't let me, do it. Yeah, I have Virtue's Last Reward. I did a Let's Play on it. It's on my channel. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully the recording will be up, I don't know, sometime later this evening. And yeah, see you guys later. Thanks for watching.